everyone. Like my cousins, I have a lot of wonderful memories of my grandma. First of all, I was born too early, and I was in an incubator, and they thought I wasn't going to make it. And Grandma made a mishabea, something like that, and named me after her mother, Hannah. So I'm still here, so I owe her that. I was at a funeral a few months ago of a colleague's mom, and they had this iPhone photo montage, and I know we can't do that here, but if I were to have a photo montage of my life with Grandma, the first memory would be on everyone's first birthday, she would take the icing and smear the name, and then smush it all over your face until you cried. I remember when Alana turned 1, I watched her do that to you. You were not happy. Like Rebecca mentioned, coming up the stairs and always finding her davening at the table. Sitting with her in shul in Avenue M, and feeling like I was sitting next to the Queen. Everyone knew her, and I felt very honored that I was her granddaughter. Eating way too many rugelach for one person. The rugelach, the thumbprint cookies on Passover, the hamantashen. She never quite mastered rice. My Bibi, may she rest in peace, was Persian and really could make great rice. Grandma always honored Bibi and said, you know, I'll never do it as good as Sarah, but she always tried. Her stories, I love stories. I actually learned Chippy just a few weeks ago. I didn't know she was a dental hygienist. Learning something, sitting at Grandma's table and listening to her stories. I love enchant my, sorry about the acoustics. She would sing these Yiddish songs to her, and I couldn't get Emily to take a nap, and all of a sudden, Emily's taking a nap because Grandma's singing to her. And Emily and my grandmother had a wonderful relationship, and she was able to hold my son Sam at his bris 3 months ago, and I'm very honored and part of his life too. I had a very special connection to my grandmother. We were very different people, and we lived very different lives. But she never begrudged who I was, and if she did, she didn't tell me. Special connection. And let me tell you, really not beautiful. Puberty was very hard for me. And she always made me feel like I was just the greatest thing in the world, and she did that for Emily. One memory, I'm a writer. I used to be a lawyer, and now I'm a writer. And I took a writing class maybe 10 years ago now, and the first assignment was to write about your most favorite memory from your childhood. And probably, if you think back, you know, you might have trouble, well, what's my most favorite memory? I didn't have any trouble. My most favorite memory from my childhood was New Hampshire. And I don't know how many of you knew that Grandma had a house in New Hampshire in Rye Beach. And my David, who's on the phone listening to this, he's in California. He and I used to go every summer, and it was we'd sit in the back of my mother's car, and we'd say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We never were. Took a very long time, at least to me. But I remember turning on Highland Park Avenue and the rumbly driveway that was never paved, and seeing Grandma come down the steps, and she had been there all summer, and she was very tan, and she was very beautiful. She had these beautiful blue eyes and red hair, very long, and she used to wear it twisted up in a bun, and she'd have a kerchief on her hair, and she'd come running out of the house, Andrea, David, and she'd wrap me up in her arms, and it was like I had just arrived in heaven. And we'd spend a couple of weeks there on the rocks, which are these, basically a collection of rocks on the beach, and we'd run at Walla Sands Beach, and my grandmother loved to swim. She was very athletic. She took very good care of herself. She always looked beautiful. And this water was like if you took a bathtub and you emptied ice cubes, trays and trays of ice cubes. That's how cold the water was. I couldn't go near it. It was so cold. And she put on her flower bathing cap and tuck her hair underneath and say, "Come on, it's a Machaya, it's a Machaya, come in, come in." And David and I would be standing there, and there's no way we were going in. And eventually she got us in the water, and we loved it, and we swam with her, and those memories of New Hampshire are really some of the fondest of my life. I don't ever recall it raining there. I just remember the sun shining, and my grandmother in the water calling to me, "It's a Machaya, come on." And I hope that, I know she's in heaven now, and I hope she's swimming in beautiful cold water, and that heaven is a Machaya for her, because she was a Machaya to all of us. And I loved her so much, and I'm glad my dad and I were with her when she went away last night, and she was very peaceful, and I know she would be very honored that all of you were here today, because she loved everyone so much. And thank you all for being a part of her life.